Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to Ye Olde Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that goes up most Saturdays here on my channel, where I share all the home fragrance that I was using around the house over the course of the past week. So what I was burning, what I was melting, what I was crocking, what I was lamping, all of that fun stuff. I do all of this alongside my trusty assistant, Alf. If you're new here, this is Alf. He is, in fact, a pug. Alf is 3 years old and he is my constant companion. So he is usually in the background of most of my videos. If you have your earbuds in, you might hear some soft snoozing or snoring in the background. That is just the free pug ASMR that is provided here on my channel. So hopefully you enjoy it. If you've always wondered what it was like to live with a pug, it's just constant background noise. I personally find it very soothing, and I hope you do too. So anyway, Alf's gonna continue his nap down here while we discuss all things home fragrance. Before we get into it, per usual, check out the description box, filled with information, especially if you are newer to my channel. There are some videos that I link down there that might be helpful, that are home fragrance related. So I have my Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101 video down there. I have my benefits of hurricanes video down there. I have a video about what I do with my leftover wax. You know, there's just a bunch of random information down there. There will be links to where to purchase any of the candles that I'm sharing with you guys here today. Sales information for the weekend. I feel like a lot of these Memorial weekend sales actually started earlier this week, so they've been going for a little while, but I will put the information for the companies that I tend to frequent the most down there. I will also put any discount codes. I do have an affiliate discount code with both Kringle and with HomeWorx, so that'll save you 15% extra off of your purchase. It might not work with everything in your cart, but it's always worth just popping it in there to see if you can save yourself an extra 15%. The information for all of that is in the description box down below. Feel free to check that out if you are so inclined. Without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and take a little tour around the house, and we're gonna see what is currently being burned and enjoyed. So let's do that, and then we'll pop back in here and we will discuss what else was happening in terms of home fragrance this week, including a horrific tragedy, which you'll see a little bit about when we get into the entryway to see what's burning there right now. So I'm really devastated. Anyway, let's get into it. All right, burning behind me here while I'm filming today is Kringle Reserve Sweet Cream. I absolutely adore this one, you guys, and this one is actually from the most recent restock that they had. This one is burning super well for me. Honestly, it's performing just as well as the original Sweet Cream did. So when this was restocked, I purchased either 2 or 3 backups for myself. I really enjoy the scent, and that's why I did that. I also know how long it takes Kringle to restock, especially really popular fragrances like this. So I knew that I wanted to at least go through a couple more of these this summer, so I'm glad I got my hands on them when I did. But I'm having a really great experience with this one. I know some people were saying that their restock sweet creams were lighter than their original sweet cream candles. I'm not finding that to be the case with this one here, but I'll definitely let you guys know as I light up the other one, you know, if that one happens to be lighter. But on cold sniff, honestly, they smelled exactly the same as my original sweet creams. So still a big fat thumbs up for me. I adore this one, and if I could just have this burning all summer, I think I would be a very happy little lady. So anyway, let's move on, you guys. All right, friends, we are in the entryway and on the base of my now deceased Pottery Barn Sherborne Hurricane. Oh, we're gonna discuss this, we are, but we're gonna discuss this after our little tour here, so stay tuned. But currently I am burning Farm Stand Peach. This is obviously from HomeWorx. Listen, I love the HomeWorx Farm Stand Peach. This is one of my favorite summertime fragrances ever from HomeWorx. It's pretty straightforward. I wouldn't call this a terribly exotic fragrance, but it is incredibly well done and it gives me a great performance every single time. And I just love it. Also, I purchased like 8 trios of this when it was available at QVC back in the day. So I have a lot of Farm Stand Peach to get through. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it this summer and it's going to be great. So if you have one of these, light it up. It is such a delicious summertime fragrance. Here in the kitchen on the island, I am working on Santorini Coast from Bath & Body Works. This is such a great scent. I actually purchased this for the first time. I think it was last year or maybe it was the year before. I'm pretty sure it was probably last year. Anyway, absolutely adore this particular scent. I'm not going to be re-reviewing it because I've already reviewed it. So, however, I am finding the performance of this one to be right in line of the one that I tried last year or the previous year. Just a really great coconut scent and I'm a big fan. So if you are candle shopping at Bath & Body Works this weekend, I really definitely recommend this one. So give it a try, pop it in your cart, especially if you are looking for a really great kind of creamy, yummy, suntanny coconut type fragrance. So this one is delightful. All right, here in the cave that is my office, I am using my Hestia candle lamp, and I am still working on the Village Candle Sweet Tea. I will say this is having a harder time melting now that I have poured off the first couple of layers of wax. So I do have the candle propped up a little bit with the lid so that the heat from the bulb gets a little bit closer to the wax, if that makes sense. Surprisingly, even though it looks like the top of the jar is completely covered, I can still smell this fragrance quite well in this room. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. It is a paraffin candle and I don't really burn those in my house anymore. I just find, I personally find paraffin to be a much more messy burn. So any paraffin candles that I have left in my collection, I am just choosing to melt. But I'm really enjoying the fragrance. If you come across this one at like the various outlet stores, which is where I found mine here, I think I found this one at my local TJ Maxx actually several years ago. You know, I think they're really worth picking up. Even if you're just going to melt them, like this scent is delightful. It's a really great sweet tea scent. I think actually one of the best that I've ever smelled. So yeah, it's totally worth picking up, but I would say pick it up with the intention of putting it into a crock or underneath a lamp, and it does great there. So anyway, that's what's currently happening in my office. All right, we are currently in my laundry room, and this is the crock that I keep in here. In here, I decided to pop the Bath & Body Works Bridgerton Collection Diamond of the Season. I recently reviewed that, and in my review, I mentioned how incredibly light the performance was of this one. And also, it just got really kind of sooty and gross after the halfway point. So I decided to pop it into the crock. You guys, it's almost a completely different scent. It smells so much better. More nuanced, prettier, more beautiful in melting form than it ever did when I had it lit. I don't know what the difference is, but holy moly, if you are struggling with yours and you have a candle crock, put it in a crock. This has now been in here for the better part of this week, and it is so strong. It's such a lovely scent. I honestly cannot say enough good things about this one. So if you want to pick this one up, I would say pick it up with the intention of crocking it to begin with. Honestly, I wish I would have never even wasted my time burning it as long as I did. I could have just been enjoying it so much more if I had plopped it in the crock to begin with. So anyway, big fan of the diamond of the season in the crock. And if you're struggling with yours, stop trying to burn it. Just start warming it. I'm telling you, the fragrance really, really comes to life. So anyway, let's move on. All right, friends, we are now in my master bedroom, and I decided to plop the brand new, completely unburned Country Candle Cake Pops in here. I love this scent. Now, mine burned pretty well. The first one that I got, it burned actually quite well for me. But I knew that I wanted to purchase another one just to be able to melt, because when I got halfway through my first one, I did decide to crock it, and one, it lasted forever in the crock, and two, I just loved that consistent fragrance from this particular one. It's kind of an interesting scent in that it's definitely a gourmand, but there's also just like a small, almost like perfumey component to it that just makes it really interesting and unique. Anyway, I adore this one, and I will definitely be picking up another one after I finish this one. I just think it is such a unique release from Country Candle this year. So if you like the gourmands, but you're looking for one that also, like I said, has kind of an interesting, like almost perfumey type note to it, like I would wholeheartedly say grab this one. It is delightful. So I am going to be enjoying this one in here at least for the next couple of weeks. So you'll be seeing her again for sure. All right, this is the last crock that I'm going to show you guys, and this has a brand new Kringle Marshmallow Morning. I love Marshmallow Morning. I have a few backups of it. I really like it as a background scent, honestly, so it's a great one to put into a crock, because now I'm going to have this for a solid 2 weeks of 24/7 warming. It's just a really nice, pleasant gourmand to have going in the background with a lot of the other things that I'm usually burning and melting, so it is delightful. And again, no, I do not view this as a waste. Some candles I will just specifically purchase to melt. So I do get ambiance from all of the other candles that I'm burning, and I really like to mix and match fragrances. So having something that is consistently in the background, it's kind of fun to find things to pair with that, if that makes sense. I do leave my warmers on 24/7. Once I put a candle in a crock, it stays on until I can no longer smell the fragrance oils. Then I turn the crock off, and I might put something else in it right away, or I might just leave that crock empty for a few days or a couple of weeks. It just depends. But usually 24/7. If we are not gone on vacation or for a long weekend, I have no problem leaving my Crocs on all day and all night. I've never had an issue with that. Obviously, follow the manufacturer instructions. You know, you should definitely do that. But do what you're comfortable with. For me, I've never had an issue with these candle Crocs. They are honestly, they're not super hot. Like, I can very comfortably touch the outside of this. And even like this top part here, like it doesn't get terribly hot. Like it's just warm enough to, you know, melt that wax and cause those fragrance oils to dissipate into the air. But it's not hot enough to where, you know, it's gonna like burn my hand or anything like that. So yeah, that being said, I'm a huge fan of the Crocs, and I hope they continue to be made. For a while there, it seemed like Crocs were going the way of the dodo, but I feel like they're kind of making a little bit of a resurgence. So I am happy to see that. Anyway, you guys, let's go back into the living room and go through what else I was burning and melting this week. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of what's currently burning and melting around the house. It smells pretty amazing in here, so I'm pretty pleased with the current combo. All right, before we get into what else I was burning and melting this week, I would like to have a quick moment of silence or a little funeral service for the glass of my Pottery Barn Sherborne Hurricane. I am really sad to report that, yeah, I broke that this week. I broke the glass. So what happened, and let this just be a lesson to all of you. I really do need to go back into my hurricane video and make a note at the top of the description box, because the day that I filmed that video, I did not put a dish towel in the bottom of the sink, and I should have. Had I had the dish towel in the bottom of the sink, the Sherborne hurricane probably would not have broken. The glass would not have broken. It was not dropped from like a great distance. So I was washing the glass in my kitchen sink without a dish towel, and obviously when glass, you know, and soap are together, things can get kind of slippery. And it is a rather large hurricane shade, so it was a little unwieldy to wash, if you will. I was rinsing the outside part of the hurricane, trying to get the soap off of that, and it literally just like kind of slipped out of my fingers. I wasn't even holding it up, I was just holding it at an angle to rinse it, and the top part slipped out of my hand, and the rounded part of like that curved part of the hurricane hit the metal ring that is in the sink around the drain. And it was not a hard impact at all, but it happened at like the perfect angle to where it just shattered the glass. In fact, I was so shocked that small like impact basically just completely destroyed the glass. I shouldn't be surprised, I shouldn't be, because I know that if you hit glass just right, even if it's not a hard impact, it can just shatter. And because of that unique shape, like that kind of bell shape, I think that might have contributed to, you know, maybe the glass not being quite as strong as maybe I thought that it would be, because it was quite a thick hurricane. Like if you have the Sherborne hurricane, you know that the glass is quite thick. So yeah, anyway, tragedy is that I no longer have, I have the wood base. The wood base is beautiful, I'll keep it, but yeah, there is no replacement because it's a discontinued item, so that's a major bummer. If you happen to know of a similar shaped hurricane that you can recommend to me, please leave it in the description box down below. I just really loved the shape of that particular hurricane. It was insanely beautiful. I would love to just repurchase another one, but like I said, it's discontinued and I can't really find it anywhere. Some people have suggested looking on Facebook Marketplace. Unfortunately, I have like the worst luck looking for stuff like that on Facebook Marketplace, at least in our area here, like at least the distance, I guess I should say, that I'm willing to drive to pick something up, which isn't very far. So moral of the story is, if you have something that you can recommend that is a very similar shape to the Sherborne hurricane, please let me know down below. But let this just be a lesson from me to you. Please put down just one of your like dish towels. It's going to prevent, you know, the glass kind of sliding around as you're cleaning it. And honestly, had that towel been in the bottom of the sink there, I don't think the impact would have been as dramatic with the side of the jar. I mean, maybe the jar would have still kind of slipped out of my hands, but I think that the towel would have cushioned the blow enough to where the glass wouldn't have shattered the way that it did. So yeah, I'm super bummed. But it is what it is. Listen, like if you're gonna have glass hurricanes, you do need to clean them sometimes. Just do your best to, you know, make sure that you're not banging your hurricanes up against metal. So lesson learned for me, but yeah. Let me know if you have alternatives. And I'm talking about that specific shape, like that kind of like bell shape. It was so beautiful, you guys. It was just such a stunning piece. And I think that's why I'm super devastated, is that one, I can't replace it, and two, it was just so beautiful and unique and interesting. So I don't know. All right, anyway, enough about the funeral service that I held for my Sherborne hurricane. It's kind of a nightmare to honestly clean out of the sink because there were a lot of little tiny glass pieces. And so I had to make sure that obviously none of those went down the drain. And I had to do that without cutting up my hands. So yeah, learn from me. All right, let's dig into what else I was burning and melting this week. I lit up one of the candles from my video where I shared some candles that I'm super excited to burn this summer. This is HomeWorx, where's the label? Oh, Vanilla Bean Macaron, right here, this beauty. This one is from back in 2021. I think I bought these on, I think it was on the Ulta website, actually. This particular scent, I think, is one of the best vanillas that Harry has ever put out. It's a very sweet, rich vanilla. It's just a really beautiful scent. It's a gourmand for sure. I will say, the strength and throw of this one is so much better than the one that my friend Fiona found for me at, I think it was either TJ Maxx or Marshall's here locally. As you guys know, a lot of these HomeWorx candles are showing up at the various discount stores like Ross, Marshall's, TJ Maxx, places like that, Home Goods. I don't know, after burning that one, I just don't know that the quality of those candles are the same as the ones that they're necessarily selling on the website. I am fully aware because I do know how the discount stores kind of work in terms of buying overstock or previous season stuff, but also there are certain companies that do make specific products to sell at places like TJ Maxx and Ross and, you know, stuff like that. So, I wonder if those candles are the same quality. And listen, I am well aware of the fact that just HomeWorx overall is, it can be very hit and miss for some people. It's certainly hit and miss for me sometimes, and I have loved the brand ever since its inception when it launched over at QVC. Like, I love HomeWorx candles. I still stand by the fact that I think they make the very best gourmands available, but I don't think I am going to go out of my way to try to seek out those candles at Marshall's, Home Goods, and TJ Maxx. They're a better price point, believe me, they're a much better price point because they're like $16.99 there. But I don't know, based off of what I've tried from there, I don't know that they're really the same quality per se. But again, that's kind of hard to say because HomeWorx candles can be hit and miss. But this one here that I bought from Ulta in 2021 is just a much better performer than the other one that I tried from TJ Maxx, is what I'm trying to say. So no, this is not the lid that came with it. This was, I don't, what collection was this? Was it the Carnival collection or something? I don't know. It was when we still had the really nice metal lids. So like I said, I always keep my nice lids because I like, you know, taking off the more ugly. Well, this is not one of the old silver ones, but like, you know, like these, like this is one of like the cheaper metal lids. There's just a total difference in like the weight of the lids, but I miss the old ones. Anyway, back to this candle. This is one of my holy grails, and I am really putting a concerted effort into burning a lot of my like summer backup candles from HomeWorx this year. And this is in that particular stash. And part of me just wants to keep candles like this and hold on to them forever, but I need to actually enjoy them. That was the point of that video that I shared, that I am pulling out things that I've been hanging on to for no good reason. Just because I put like my own restrictions on like, oh, you know, like we don't, there isn't a fancy enough day yet for me to like light this, you know, like we all have those like special occasion candles, and you know, we do have some special occasions. We certainly host a lot of stuff at our house, but not enough to where I can justify just holding on to this for no reason. Like, I don't know. We have people over, so light the candle. Like, even if they're just over to have like dinner on a Thursday night or something, like get out the candles, light them up, enjoy them, and yeah, just live in the now. Anyway, I love this one. It's performing great. It's so lovely. Big fan. Also, I was burning it alongside this week. This is the Bridgerton Danbury Shortbread. You guys, this is so good. I kind of felt like this was a repackage of something else when I first smelled it on Cold Sniff. But honestly, burning, it really does kind of transform. On Cold Sniff, I almost got like a snickerdoodle type vibe or like donut type vibe, but not burning. It is a really nice gourmand cookie scent. It is delicious. I will say I'm not willing to pay extra for this. I know there is a, what is the sale that's happening this weekend? I was looking at candles. I think, was it a $10 off sale? Oh my God, I don't remember. The information is in the description box, but it's not a good enough sale for me to get another one of these right now. But the next time there's a $12.95, I will get another one of these. You guys, this is delightful. I still need to like formally review it. And so far the burn is really great. This is whipped vanilla, almonds, and sugar crystals. It just smells like a really nice cookie scent, and it's perfect alongside this. They're really lovely together. If you have them both, you should try melting them both together. All right, I did light up my cherry blossom soju candle a little bit this week. Not a whole lot. I think I lit it up once. So I'm kind of nursing this one along. I do have a backup of this one, but you know how it is. Anyway, I put the lid from the, what was it called? The other Bridgerton candle. Diamond of the Season. Man, yeah, the one that's in my crock right now and performing so much better in the crock than it ever did when it was burning. Anyway, I love the lid, so I put the lid on the cherry blossom and soju, and I think that looks really pretty on there. Yeah, I always keep these Bath & Body Works lids too if I like them. This one came with a really pretty lid too, but it's just like a regular metal lid. I'll be keeping this one as well. Love those. Ooh, and the rattan. The rattan lid is super cute too, right? Let's do all the Bath & Body Works candles. Why not? Since we're here. Bronzed Sunset. Okay, I can finally review this one. I'll probably have a review of this one up next week. I was gonna review this one last weekend, but I didn't get far enough into it to feel comfortable with that, but I am now past the halfway point, so, and it's still looking good. So let's review her. Oh, you guys, this one is really, really good. Listen, Bath & Body Works is really killing it in the coconut department. Ooh, buddy, that foot is so asleep. I am not gonna be able to stand up on that anytime soon. Have you ever stood up when one of your like feet has fallen asleep and then literally like your whole body just goes Mwah. I did that a couple weeks ago after I got done filming this video, and I tried to stand up and I literally like keeled over on the floor, and Alf was just like, okay. Send for help, buddy. Mama is down. All right, and then I did finish this one this week. I love this one. This is the Raspberry Rosé. You guys, it burned great all the way down to the bottom. What a great performer. I want to back up. I love it. I really love this one. This one is absolutely delightful. I highly, highly recommend. All right. Other candles that I was burning. Okay, the Voluspa Rose Auto. I was actually burning this one in our master bedroom a little bit this week. I really like this one. I also have the, what was it? The Blackberry Rose Oud or Raspberry Oud. What is that one called? I don't know. Anyway, did I ever review this one? I don't think I did. Maybe I still need to review these. I bought them a while ago, like a few years ago. I really actually like this collection a lot from Voluspa. They're all still available. So if you like rose fragrances, you should check out this like rose collection from Voluspa. It's really lovely. This Rose Auto it's a much more straightforward, like typical garden rose type scent. But it's really nice. I like this one a lot. So anyway, I've been enjoying this in the bedroom. All right, I finished. For some reason, the lid on this one has been like impossible to get off. Sometimes these reserve candles, the lids will stick a little bit. But anyway, guys, I finished one. This is my beloved Jelly Donut. I love Jelly Donut. It's such a great performer. So I did get my hands on a few more of these the last time they were restocked. So I'll be getting another one out and enjoying that. starting this next week, because this is the type of scent, honestly, that for me, it's like a great year-round type of fragrance. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep burning that. I don't know what happened to the lid with this one, but I accidentally dropped the Rose Auto onto the wicks here. I really hope I didn't destroy this candle by doing that, so my bad. But I couldn't find the lid when I got it out of the hurricane. But this is from the Carnival collection that's out right now. This is the Berry Snow Cone. I already reviewed this one last year. I did review the Cotton Candy one last weekend. The second half of my Cotton Candy was much better than the first half, but this candle has been doing great from like the get-go. So this particular one, you can look up my review, but this is red berries, bubbly citrus, juicy red apple, and shaved sugared ice. This kind of gives me like some blue raspberry type vibes almost. It's just a very sweet, very candied-like fragrance. There's nothing super exotic about this one. It's pretty straightforward, but it's delicious. It's done really well, and the performance is fantastic. So if you're thinking about picking this one up during the Memorial Day sale, I've had a great experience with it. 2 thumbs up. I love the scent. I loved it last year, so happy to see it back. By the way, we have now since finished the Cotton Candy, so burned great the whole way down. Really enjoyed this one. The last burn, one of the wicks kind of floated to the middle, which I thought was interesting. I'm not sure why that happened, but you can see how the wicks are like all lined up. The wicks were normal, but again, this was just as like the candle was extinguishing itself. I think the heat from that last burn just caused that glue that is under the wick clips to come undone, and then it just like floated to the middle with its other friends here. But I mean, it burned great otherwise. Like there was no residue, really, no discoloration in the wax. Nice performer, great scent. I like this one. So would also recommend. But I will say my first couple burns, they were a little lighter on this one, so it took a while for this one to kick in. We also finished the grilled peaches, but we finished this one out in the backyard. So this particular one is a little messy, but also again, it was burning outside. You can see a little bit of discoloration in the wax there. I'm not terribly surprised by that with it being outside. That could also very well be soot just from our fireplace. We have a wood burning fireplace in our backyard. So anyway, grilled peaches. I thought this one was okay. It really wasn't my favorite. I did get this one in PR. At first it smelled like the farm stand peaches, but burning, it just got this interesting, almost like, I think in the review I called it like this like burnt patchouli type note, or like a smoked patchouli type note, I guess I should say. It didn't smell like burnt, but definitely like a smoked type of note, and I didn't care for it. I really didn't like that. I was kind of hoping actually that it would just be another like farm stand peach, because personally I love that particular scent, but that's not what this was. I think the attempt to make this smell charred to my nose just came across as something completely different. So yeah, not much of a winner for me with that one, but glad I finished it. I also finished my Nest Himalayan Salt and Rosewater candle, this one here. You can see how nice that burn was, no discoloration. I really have much better luck with the Nest 1-wick candles than any of their larger sizes. If you typically purchase the 3 wicks or 4 wicks from Nest and you struggle with the burn quality, if you've never tried the 1 wicks, I realize the value maybe isn't as good, but they honestly just are, they burn a whole lot better is the moral of the story for me. So I love this one. I will repurchase it even though it's not in my usual like fragrance wheelhouse. It's just a really like calming, relaxing, enjoyable scent. The Driftwood and Chamomile from the Wellness collection also just perfect. Like, you should try it. Really, really lovely. I will have an in-depth review of this spendy little guy right here next week at some point. This is Vacation by Vacation. So the brand Vacation makes sunscreen products. I love a lot of their products. They also have a perfume called Vacation. It is basically like, just imagine the smells of like your childhood if you were born in like the 80s or the 90s. So you smell like the pool chlorine, you smell the lycra from your swimsuit, which I'm sure was all sorts of fun colors, right, in the 80s and 90s. You smell sunscreen, like a coconut-based sunscreen. You smell banana. You smell like the plastic from the pool toys. It's such a unique fragrance, and you literally smell every single part of the very unique concoction that this fragrance is. It's really expensive for the price, for the size. This is a 6-ounce candle, and I want to say this is somewhere in the $40 range for just this single wick. If this came in a larger size, I would buy it in a heartbeat. But I do think this little guy performed pretty decently. I mean, based on the size and what she is, she burned pretty darn good. But we'll discuss more in the in-depth review. So, all right, without further ado, let us get into some wax melts from this past week. All right, so we have Hibiscus Sunset right here. I did share a rather substantial Scentsy haul earlier this week. I bought a bunch of stuff to get ready for summer, a bunch of cleaning supplies, some laundry stuff. So if you missed that haul, I'll link it down below. Oh, you guys, this is really nice. This Hibiscus Sunset is a really beautiful tropical floral, but it's a very sweet tropical floral. I enjoy this one, and you know what? It's a really good performer. So far, this has been going for 2 days, and I can still smell it in the warmers where I have it. So this is like the 3rd day that I'm going on here with this particular one, and I think I might even be able to get a 4th day, but that might be pushing it. All right. My beloved Tangerine and Sugarcane, you guys, this, I bought this during that, clearance sale that Scentsy was having. I got a 6-pack, and this was released last year, and I just love it so much. It's such a clean, fresh tangerine. It's very sweet. It really just does smell like a sugared tangerine. It is absolutely delightful. It's very straightforward, good performer. 6 bars probably wasn't enough, but it's completely gone now, so should have gotten more, but it is what it is. I will enjoy the ones that I did pick up. All right, we have another berry sweet here. I like this berry sweet, but it's honestly not my favorite. This is a, it's like a strawberry. I feel like the predominant note here is definitely strawberry, but there's also some other berry notes in here as well. I feel like I get some blueberry. I feel like maybe also get like a little bit of blackberry as well. I don't know what it is about this one. I do like it, but I don't love it in terms of strawberry scents. I would take sugared strawberry over berry sweet any day. Like sugared strawberry just on its own, so good. It's even better if you pair it with Happy Birthday. It's one of my favorite combos. Oh, here's another Tangerine and Sugarcane. Finished another one of those. And then the last couple things here. I finished Sparkling Magnolia. I haven't really been talking about how I've been using this one in the downstairs powder room. I just keep this one like in a little drawer that we have by the sink there. So I don't keep it in this container. So, but this has been in that bathroom for a few weeks now. Sparkling Magnolia came out, I want to say maybe last year or the year before. I actually had this in the laundry care products at one point. It's a really beautiful floral. I love this one. It is so good. So I don't think, I'm pretty sure it's not available right now. Listen, I'm not a Scentsy consultant, so I don't know all the ins and outs. Ask my friend Lisa. Ask my bestie. She's the one who I buy all this stuff from, and whenever I have a question, I just send Lisa a text, and she walks me through as I am ordering. Okay, I do have 2 vendor wax things that I was, wax melts, not things, wax melts that I was using this week. These were a 1 day and done type of deal. This is the L3 Waxy Wonders Strawberry Blonde. So this was pretty good. I really liked this scent. It's pretty straightforward. It's kind of like a strawberry with a little bit of like creaminess running through it. Maybe like a strawberry with some vanilla. There's also something else in here that's giving it like a little bit of a tang, but I don't necessarily think it's like citrus per se. I can't put my fingers on it, but I liked it. I really actually like this bar a lot. I just wish that it lasted more than 1 day. And then the Pharmacist's Daughter Pastry Shop Jelly Donut Morning Beignet and Strawberry White Cake. Again, from the Pharmacist's Daughter. This one was really good too. I actually, on the days where I was, you know, what was I trying to say? Okay, I warmed these two together on the same day. So these were a great combination together. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Oh my gosh, you guys, Alf has just completely like zonked out at this point. He's so sweet. All right, and that is everything that I have for you guys for today. Do stay tuned for tomorrow's video. If you are a big fan of the seasonal collabs that Lisa Roberry and I do together for our favorite Scentsy picks, we are going to have our top summer suggestions that each of us will do tomorrow and we'll upload on our channels. So if you're interested in my picks, definitely make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. And then I will of course be linking Lisa's video there as well. But if you're not following Lisa already, I will put her channel information down below. That way that should pop up in your subscription feed as well. So yeah, I'm really excited about that video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'm very curious to see what Lisa's picks are. Usually we have like 1 or 2 things in common at least, so I'm curious to see if we have anything in common this year. So but yeah, that's what's coming tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much. And subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Right, Alf? He gave you guys a nice shake. I hope that you heard it. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Toodaloo.